And coming up, we'll see Mac Jones. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Pats and the Titans on Sunday Night Primetime.
It is a chilly night here in the northeastern U.S., but we've got some football to keep us warm at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup downtown, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Hey, check that.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Goodwin. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 16 more on that one and another first down. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball on both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. And hold on here because on that last... we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Offense.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Hooker's going to throw it. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Titans had 12 and 3 now on the year. They were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. He's got his man on the crossing route. This is Higgins. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 14. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And bulldozing his way through. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out come the Patriots here to get their first shot on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
Throwing Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now Jones. And his throw here is incomplete. You talk about this Titan defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have any hopes of making waves in January. They've got to improve in this area.
On 2nd down, it's Zimmerman. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Here's Jones. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and it'll be Titan football. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And it's a good news, bad news proposition for them. Mostly good news, and that's that they clinched a playoff spot. That's the important thing. Bad news, though, if they want to make a Super Bowl, for the moment at least, they'd have to do it out of the 6th seed.
And bottom line, everybody wants to play at home during the playoffs. We know that's a given. But nothing builds character for a ball club quite like winning on the road in the playoffs, especially when no one thinks you can do it. And if you win one and gain confidence, who knows, you might get on one of those magical runs.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. The Spears with another carry. He put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry...
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in and plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Well, you look at this Patriots defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. New England's offense set to go. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
They begin with Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 11 carries, 57 yards.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game, because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Jones on 1st and 10. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And he always hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Defensively, well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority.
There he goes, left side. And he will finally be taken out of bounds, as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this first quarter. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Goodwin. Down to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to find that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Here's Hooker to throw it. Rolling to his right. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in, and it made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you wanted to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape for a 1st and goal.
No signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Well, I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
They'll try to run this one in. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans add 6 to their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it again with Henry. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And some space here. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 58 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for them to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for them. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do.
Parker's got it for a Patriots touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass, and the Patriots are able to cut into that deficit. The try here for the extra point. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Hooker. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Here's Hooker. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Hooker. Over the middle, complete. It's Higgins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield and get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Slot man moves right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 21-yard line.
On second down now. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You know I love football. You know I love the game.
I hope so. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now Hooker going to chase things up a bit. On second down, it's Goodwin, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 94 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Patriots 7. Piñeiro set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pats at the line ready to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On second and very short, Jones. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now Jones. A final shot before break. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the visiting Browns who were able to steal one on the road. Kenny Pickett, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Dameon Pierce, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. And lastly, we'll wrap up the week with Monday Night Football. Definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone's talking about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. A check down here for Henry. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were... going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. Down to the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. They've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. New England's offense set to go. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. He may go. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, the football.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
77 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. From the 31, here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Jones now throwing on first down. They set up this, and it's out. He put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Titans, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. 2nd and 11 now. Throwing. Hooker. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
A first down carry for Henry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's Jones to throw on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fletcher. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll leave them with third and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Here's Jones on the return. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Titans now just about ready to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase them. Interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have game. Go right for you, and interceptions result. So frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
2nd down and 3. Now Hooker. Man open. Here is Jones. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Moss. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They'll run on 1st down with Moss. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's 2nd and 10. On the counter, this is Moss. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Down the left sideline. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. 52 yards. And the Patriots are able to at least get one score back.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be back. This drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
On the jump.
Hooker now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Hooker. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
3rd down. Hooker looks to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Hooker's throw caught by Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He's got Higgins over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That one's taken in by Spears. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Man open, it's Goodwin. He's got room to roam. And it's a Titans touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Titans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better.
All backups.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching
all backups
on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. New England's offense set to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. That's Fletcher. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Here's a throw out wide, and he loses the football a second time. It's picked up by the Titans, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point. But being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve. They'll run on first down. Goodwin. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter. Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone. Not
got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll find Jones again, complete. And that's a touchdown, but hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Ready, ready.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
out of the gun to give to Spears.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Christian Gonzalez up to make the play.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Panther Street! Panther Street! No! No!
On 2nd down now. It's Goodwin. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
7 Pirates! 7 Pirates!
3rd and goal. Here's Hooker.
Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to the play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Throwing Jones.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's Fletcher. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Patriots ready to get the football back. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 18. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Wide open receiver, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far, nothing going right offensively. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And they will remain well behind. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Here's Hooker to throw it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The Charles are still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Hooker's going to throw it.
He'll air this one out for Mims. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
It's a big play there for Tennessee. And even 40 yards.
Again, it's Hooker looking to throw.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
Here's a quick throw out to Mims.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Go, Reed, go!
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Hooker.
They'll roll him out right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
They'll go for it. Hooker. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10. And that one complete once again to Higgins.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Hurt. 79 Broncos.
Looking to throw. Hooker.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides.